Yo, what's going on? So you're wondering, why the fuck am I making a YouTube video about my car? What's so special about my car? What kind of modifications does it have to be worthy to be making a YouTube videos about it? Well, let me tell you. So starting with my most iconic mod of all, and what I'm really known for is my exhaust. So starting at the cat back, we have the Tomy 80R titanium 3-inch pipe exhaust. Oh my god, is this ever loud. Probably the most loudest BRZ in the city. It's unbelievable. I remember when I first heard it last year at a car show, I'm like, yep, that's the one. I'm getting that one. No questions asked. So I did. It's nice and loud. It's very deep, throaty, aggressive, and loud, which I really love. So yeah. Now obviously the catback itself is not going to make it sound the way it is. Moving up to the front of the pipe is the front pipe and then the overpipe. So the BRC stock comes with those pieces separate. So the overpipe is by itself and the front pipe connects to the overpipe and then to the catback. The one I got was an overpipe combo. I don't remember what's the brand name called. I think it's a nameless. So it's an overpipe and a front pipe combo. So it's a one piece, very light, 2.5 inch. Does the job. It was cheap. It was a pain to get on because the two pieces are connected. You have to angle it in a way, so you have to disconnect the engine mounts, raise the engine, put that on. It was not fun, but we got it done, so which is good. And now finally coming up to the front here for the headers, we have the Tomy unequal length headers. This is what makes my car sound the way it is. This header is what does it all. The rumbleness, the deepness, and overall just the personality of the car, it changes it from the stock to this. When I first put this on, I was blown away how different the car sounded, how more Subaru it sounded, which I wanted. It was just perfect, and it's been a perfect header ever since. Now before I actually had the Tomy exhaust, I had what's called the Nvidia N1 catback exhaust, which is actually sitting right in front of me. Now this exhaust is what I call the perfect exhaust for the BRZ. It's not too loud, but it can be loud enough, and it can also be quiet enough if you have to be. With the Tomy, I can't really be quiet. I'm always loud. And because it's a 2.5 inch, it was still able to maintain some back pressure, so I was able to be a little bit faster than with the Tomy, but that's okay. The Tomy is just overall louder, but which I absolutely love. So overall, right now, the exhaust I have on, I feel it just sounds amazing. I really love it. It gives the car its rumbleness, deepness, the aggressiveness. I love everything. I love driving like 50 kilometers an hour. It sounds like I'm going 100 when I'm giving a little bit of gas, but I try to be quiet most times. Now, since we're in the engine bay, the next mod that I've done to the car, as you already probably seen, is the cold air intake. So what I'm running is a Grimspeed cold air intake. It says it's supposed to give you 10 extra horsepower. I don't know if I actually believe that, but whatever. I mainly got it for the looks purposes and to unlock whatever horsepower it gives me. And because I absolutely love the red paint on that pipe there, which is, I think it looks cool. It makes the car look a little bit cooler than it is. Another engine mod that I've done is the non-stop tuning lightweight pulleys. Some of them are red, some of them are gray. I'm kind of pissed about because in the website it said everything is going to be red, but the idle pulleys are gray, so I was not really happy about that. And I haven't put on the alternator pulley, which is still waiting because it's a 23mm socket, which I don't have, and I have an impact and I don't have that, so it's just that one pulley has just been sitting here for a while. Overall, the car hasn't really changed a bit, but I think it looks cool and I wanted to do it anyways. So with the exhaust and the intake and the pulleys, I need to tune the engine so it can run better with the exhaust and everything, because it's different from the stock. So in order to do that, I got the open flash tablet tuner, tuned the engine to the stage 2 plus tune with pops and bangs, which obviously you've heard in my previous video. And if you also look at the videos I make in the car, you can see the tablet beside me on my left there. It's kind of like a gauge for aesthetic purposes. I don't actually use it while I'm driving, it's just there for aesthetic purposes. But if I need to turn off the traction control, check engine light, or tune the car, I'll have it there ready to go. I don't run it every day. I don't run it every time I drive it. I have it plugged up in OBD2, that's how I can connect it obviously. So if I go out to a car meet, then I'll actually put it on just for the aesthetic purposes. But overall, it's nice, it's cool, it helps the car look cooler than it is. And yeah. Next thing in the interior, since we're in there, is the steering wheel. So I'm running a Buddy Club D-shaped flat bottom Alcantara carbon fiber steering wheel. It just looks absolutely amazing, better from the circular basic stock one for the 2013s. It just looks amazing, gives the car that race car look. Even from the outside, that red little sticker in the middle just looks great. I love it. I love how it feels on the hands when you're on it, so I can't complain. And the last thing for the interior that I've done is the shift knob. I'm running a Billetworks weighted shift knob. It's wide, it's circular. They make a bunch of other shapes. I want to go with the circle one and white. And the shift pattern is engraved in the shifter, so it never goes away, and you can customize it. And I customize it to a BRZ logo and the numbers is Japanese letter, which I think is really cool, and it just looks amazing from everywhere you look. So moving back to outside the car, starting from the front, one thing you'll notice is the headlights. So the headlights, I'm running the V-Lance sequential headlights. Lights on, not the main light. Daytime running lights on always, which looks cool, it looks aggressive. It's a very popular headlight that every BRZ forum uses, so I got it as well. Now going to the back of the car, I'm running a Valenti smoked sequential taillights and the fourth brake light. I always wanted to go with that black and white theme with the car, and having a smoked taillights kind of fits to that. I love the way the Valentis look when you have the running lights on, the sequentials, the brake pads, especially the fourth brake light. I think that's just really cool and actually makes that brake light functional, because the stock one is just a red piece of marker, that's about it, but this one actually uses it. So the wiring has been no issue whatsoever. It's really easy to do, just tap, boom, it's working, you're ready to go. So the next obvious thing that I'm running is the wheels. I'm running the NK EMK3s. They are 18 by 7.5. They're pretty cool. I got it off a friend. They were actually pretty badly in shape, so I got it repaired. Then I spray painted them to gloss black. They're actually gray, which was pretty cool, but I wanted to go for that black and white look, so that's why I painted them black. For the tires, I'm running some really cheap Mazzini tires. I don't even know, I just got it from a Chinese website. I just needed cheap tires because I didn't have any money, and I got some toy tire stickers to cover that up to look cool and make people think it's toy tires, but it's not. But it's a looking car, not a functional car yet. I find the wheels pretty good. They look okay, they do the job for now. Unfortunately, I did wanted to buy wheels with that were a little bit wider. My ideal size that I wanted to go for was a 9.5 by 18. Unfortunately, with money wise and the cheapest wheels I could find were really good, where this guy's got it from a friend with a good deal, so couldn't complain. But in the future, we're looking to go something a little bit wider and bigger and more stretchier tire. So the next obvious thing is the coilovers. Obviously, the car is not in stock height, it's lowered. I'm running the Tyne-Z Flex coilovers. They're pretty good range. I have them in the hard stiff. They've been great. If I could buy it again, I would buy BBSs because they can go lower, but the Tyne-Z has been fine. It's a popular one that people use. It was pretty good in price wise, so I got it. It took me 4 days to put it because of the sway bar links were being a bitch, so I also got some white line adjustable sway bar links, which I hooked it up, which works very well. They come loose one time, but then I retightened it and then they've been fine ever since. Other small little things that I run on the car are Brembo brake pads. Decided to get something that's also red in the back to match with the color of the calipers. I also have a carbon fiber wrap in the interior for the main parts, and I'm actually gonna do a video in the future where I rewrap them because it's in pretty bad shape. Not the best I could do. I rushed them when I was doing it because I needed to go to Calgary a couple days for a show last year around this time, but this year I want to take some time to properly do it, buy some new quality better carbon fiber wrap, so stay tuned for that. In 2022 I was running some tow hooks on the car, some raceline tow hooks, which looked pretty cool. I had one at the front and one at the back. It was kind of a phase, not a lot of people liked it. It's kind of like having a nose ring, so that was a phase for my car that I had, which is pretty cool. In 2022 I was also running some wheel spacers because back then I was still running stock tires, so having wheel spacers helped to push out and flush the look of the car, and I think that was just absolutely perfect. I'll probably put pictures up on the screens for you guys to see. It was great. Unfortunately, I had to get them removed because of a VI. Now I'm running without them, which is why it's still pushed back, and that's why I want a wheel with 9.5 inch so I can still flush out the look. It's very inwards for the wheels, I don't know why. So, well, that's really all I've done to my car. Nothing else special. A lot of people love what I've done to my car, some people don't. That's okay, but most people, my friends, do. It's nice, iconic. I get recognized if I go somewhere easily. It's really nice. I can't complain. I love what I've done. It's great. Obviously, it's not the end. I still want to modify the car in the future. At the moment, I'm not going to be doing that until I figure some stuff out, if money-wise and job and life. At the moment, right now I'm just kind of here floating until I figure something out. But the obvious things I want to do for the next are some sway bars for the front and the rear, make it stiffer, because I always wanted to do that. I was actually going to do that last year, but ran out of money because I had a vehicle inspection come up because the cops didn't like my car, and yeah, that's not a surprise. Next thing I also want to do is put a hood strap as well that runs across the hood. Also proven to help with the performance of a car. My friend has one, which is cool. Another thing that I want to do is focus some more on the visual mods, so I'm gonna get a front lip, some side skirts, some rear diffusers, which I think will look cool, paint match it so it looks nice and wide and cooler. And with that, I also want to get some new wheel. I want to get the Grandma 57 CRs, which I think look absolutely amazing. Since day one I love them on how the way it looks on the car. Gloss black, which is perfect for the theme of my car, which is a black and white. Obviously 9.5 by 18, so I can fill out that gap and run some 245s on it, some stretchy 245s, which I think will be cool. Maybe not the stickers anymore. Yeah, I'll see if I can find small enough stickers to put on the Toyo tire stickers, which I think I'll probably do. And that's really about what I have in the future. Obviously, the other things that I want to do are stupid crazy expensive, like a turbo kit and all that jazz, and rainbow brake pads and calipers. That's like big people money, which I don't have, won't probably do for a while. But it is in the far future. I never actually plan on selling this car. I want to keep it forever as much as possible. I just love it. I had this car for 4 years. It's part of my personality in a way. I like it. It gets me around in style. It's fun. So yeah, that's really about it. This next video we're going to be actually talking about how much I spent, because obviously it's still a lot of stuff I put on the car. Obviously that costs moolah, so we have to know how much it costs, and you'll be shocked to hear how much I've spent on this car from my McDonald's paychecks. But yeah, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the new videos coming out. We got some great stuff coming soon, but the car shows coming up, big ones, big stuff. That's really about it. Thanks for tuning in. This is my car, this is me. Stay tuned for some more BRZ / other shenanigan video, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.